Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dinma. If this is your first time of seeing this face, it's beautiful, right? Oh God. Today I'm going to talk about documents required for Poland study visa. Okay, I listed down some documents required. So if you see me looking down, just know that I'm looking at my book so that I won't forget any documents required for the visa. So I'll say first of all, I will say the documents needed for Poland visa, I think is almost the same for all countries. But I'm a Nigerian, so I'll be specific with Nigerian documents needed. Well, for me, I think everything is the same, just except proof of funds due to our currency, which differs. So every document I'll be saying now are needed for Poland study visa. So, but you can just go to the embassy to check out the proof of funds. Proof of funds are not just stated explicitly, like, let me say, 7,000 euro, 8,000 euro. You just have to calculate your tuition and everything. So I don't need to talk much about the proof of funds. When I get to where I wrote down proof of funds, I'll then talk more about it. So first is a visa application form. So when you go to the website, you click, or there are some forms you need to fill, download, fill and submit. You choose a country and also appointment. You fill the appointment form for the interview, print it out, and that's what you need to submit in the embassy. After that, what you need is 2 copies of colored passport photographs, and the sizes are 3.5 by 4.5 centimeter. You don't know all this thing, so you just need to go to a professional photographer to take that picture. A colored passport photograph, 3.5 by 4.5 centimeter. The next one is your passport. In Nigeria we call it international passport, so you need international passport. And let me state this: your international passport should be the one that is valid for 10 years, be valid for 3 months before your return. So you understand, if you're to return maybe 2026, so your passport should cover that. Anyway, I'll state it down. It has to be valid for 3 months before your return or after your return, something like that. So you have to take that into consideration. Then the next one is flight reservation. Okay, you need to reserve a flight and submit it. You don't need to go to anybody to pay for that. You can just use your phone or your laptop, go reserve a flight ticket. You don't need to make payments. There are ways to apply for flight reservations without making payments, so you can use it for visa purposes. And your flights distance should be close to when you want to go to when you want to travel. And maybe if your date is 1st of May, and you can then apply for flights by maybe April ending, something like that. So the next one is medical insurance. Your travel medical insurance should start the day you are traveling. If you are traveling on 18th of April, your travel medical insurance should start 18th of April. And the maximum you can do is 1 year. But you need to have, like, if your program is 2 years, you need to have 2 years medical travel insurance. But the maximum you can get is 1 year. After the 1 year, then you can apply. Not after the 1 year. I think they know how to do it. When you just go to these medical insurance offices, agencies, they will do it for you. But I know that it is 1 year maximum. Then I don't know how they do it, but your medical insurance should start the day you are traveling. Let it not be 2 weeks after you are in Poland already. So it should be that day you are traveling. It is called travel medical insurance. So that day you are traveling, medical insurance should start then. It's for emergency purposes. Next one is identification, means of identification to prove that you are from that country. Like in Nigeria now, you need name. You can use your name to prove that you are from this country. In other countries, I don't know what you need to use, but you need to use something, and it is maybe a national ID card. I don't know what ID cards you use in your country to prove that you're from that country. But here in Nigeria, we can use our national identification ID. Then the next one is proof of accommodation in Poland. Okay, let me state this. There are some schools, when you apply to them, they reserve accommodation for you. So that letter they will give you to reserve accommodation for you, you use it as a means of accommodation, as a proof of accommodation. You submit it with when you are submitting your visa. But there are some schools that don't reserve accommodation for you, so that will be on you. You have to go look for accommodation outside the school, and this is very, very important. You have to prove accommodation reservation. It is important. So if your school does not reserve accommodation for you, you have to go and do it. So there are ways to do that. The next one is acceptance letter. When you apply to school, the school will send you admission letter, acceptance letter in English and in Polish language. So all that, keep them, print them out and keep them. This is when you will use them. Both Polish, both English. Print them all and then submit it. The next one is application fee receipt. If you've not watched my other video about to apply for Polish universities, go watch it. You'll see there I stated that your application fee receipt, please keep it safe. You will need it, and this is it now. You need to submit your application fee receipt. That application fee receipt, that application fee you applied while you made while applying to your school, the receipts, yes, you have to keep it and you have to submit it here. Then after that one, then it's a receipt of your first semester tuition fee. Yeah, when you make your first semester tuition fee, you have to keep the receipt. You have to print it out and then submit it. The next one is your BSc. Your BSc and your transcript. You know, you are to legalize your BSc, you have to authenticate and legalize your BSc and your transcript. If you don't know how to do that, I made a video already on how to authenticate and legalize your documents. The next one is eligibility letter. Some schools require eligibility letter, some don't. So if you really need eligibility letter, you have to apply it while applying for your authentication in the Ministry of Education. That is where you can get your eligibility letter. The next one is CV. Your CV needs to be in Europass CV. It has to be in Europass way. So in a way to get that, you just have to go to their website, click on Europass and create an account. Then it's very easy to access, very easy to create. So once you just open it, you see step-by-step rules on how to create the account and fill all your previous experience, previous education and everything, and they will create the CV for you. So you don't submit any kind of CV. Your CV needs to be in Europass form. The next one is cover letter. You know, the cover letter is a popular, in other countries, popular known as a statement of purpose, SOP. This cover letter is very, very important. It is this cover letter you can convince any visa officer that you want to go to their country for just schooling and then coming back. You don't need to just write anyhow cover letter or 2 lines, 4 lines. Say, I want to go to Poland and then I want to study, and that's not true. You need to convince this visa officer that you want to go to Poland to study, you have the money to go to Poland to study, and you were coming back to Poland to study. And also tell the visa officer to state even your financial statement, your financial account statement, your sponsor, whatever. Tell them also why you want to go study. If you are going to study in order to upgrade, like maybe you want to go for a master's. If it's your master's, you're going for a master's connecting with your previous bachelor studies, you tell them. But if it's not, maybe let me use like an example. I studied English, and presently now I'm doing accounting, or I'm doing human resource, but I don't want to proceed with English, my master's. I want to go through human resource. So I'll just have to write to them and tell them that yes, I did English, but I changed a path. My career pathway has been human resource from 2 years, so I just want to upgrade for progression, career progression, and all that. So you know, if you can toy or joke with any of these documents, but don't joke with your SOP, also your cover letter, you need to state. I'm laughing because I just got a guest. My guest just arrived. This girl was sleeping. Well, now she just arrived and she has been coming close to me because I know she wants to see you guys and she wants to say hello to you guys. So let me just show her so that she can say hello to you guys. Yeah, she just woke up. And if she doesn't say hello, she would rest. She has been coming to me since, and I just had to carry her to I say hello to my friends. Say hello, friends. See her. She's not saying hello, but she's using her hand to say hello. Say hello, friends. Hello. Did you see the hand? I yeah, okay, say bye bye. Bye bye. Okay, as I was saying, the your SOP needs to be convincing. You need to convince them to tell them also that you will be coming back because they all know that you will stay back, but it is in their law that after studying you have to come back. So definitely you tell them that you are going to come back. So you need to have a strong home ties to tell them to give them proof that you will be coming back home and you won't stay back. So in when I'll get back to home tiles, so I'll tell you what you can use as your home tiles. Inside your SOP, you have to include your previous degree and previous experience. You also, in everything you write in your SOP, make sure, do not miss it. Make sure you give a proof. It is not like a physical interview where they will tell you, they'll ask you and you bring and give to them. No, as you are telling them, this is that I studied this print and print it and submit it. If you're telling them whatever you are telling them your SOP, make sure you are giving them proof. And proof is have that document, print it and submit. Do not say, let me say, okay, I work in so place and you do not put employment data or ID card to prove. No, it will show that you are misrepresenting and you can be denied visa because of that thing. So the next one is your visa fee. The visa fee, the last time I checked, the visa fee is 80 euros. I don't know presently now. So you need to check the website to be sure. Then to legalize your certificate is 30 euros. Each page, each certificate is 30 euros. So your BSc and 30 euros, your WIAG is 30 euros. So if you're submitting 3 certificates, you're submitting 4 certificates for legalization. So you need to 30, 30, 30 into 4, 30, 30 into 2, or whatever. So the next one is sponsor. Yes, you might not have the financial capability to sponsor yourself. So you can have a sponsor. Your sponsor can be your dad, your mom, your brother, your sister, your uncle. But if you're using a third party, maybe your friend or distance relation, it's very difficult to convince a visa officer that your friend wants to spend that huge amount of money to sponsor you in school. As in, for what? Can convince them, but you need to look for a way to convince them. But if you say your parents, your brothers, your sister, your uncle, it's easier to say your family members want to sponsor you because family members can sponsor you. It's very convincing that your family members want to spend that huge amount of money to sponsor you. So that is it. So if you want to use a sponsor, be careful to know how to use a sponsor. It's either you use your parents, your dad, your parents. It's either you use your parents, your sister, your siblings, uncle or auntie, which and a very close one, which is very easy to convince. Then the next one is means of identification of your sponsor. Yes, your sponsor, you need to show their name or their passport. You need to submit their name or their passport. It means to identify who they are. So you need to submit any of it, either the name or any of the passport. Then if your sponsor has a business, then you have to submit a CAC certificate of that business to prove that, oh, this is my sponsor has a business and it's from the proceeds from that business he's going to use to sponsor me. If your sponsor is working, you need to show maybe an or employment letter or their work ID card. You need to use it to prove that they are working in this place, so they have something to use to sponsor me. Then the next one is statement of account. Yeah, this is the cocoa now. Statement of account, most times they deny people visa because of this statement of account. Somebody was asking me, do if they can put money in 6 months before applying. It differs. You can put money tomorrow, like maybe say you put money yesterday and apply today. As I was saying, statement of account, you need to. Okay, somebody was asking me if they need to submit money, and they used to put money into her account for 6 months before applying. It all depends. So that 6 months talking about is if you are building your account, then you have to wait that long. But in everything, if you start applying for admission, just start building your account. If you just said, okay, I want to apply for Poland, start building your account. Your sponsor should also start building his or her account, because you cannot have your opening balance of 500,000 and then your closing balance for that the end of the month is showing 10 million naira. No, now the visa officer will deny you because it's just showing that this is for demonstration. That money you put into your account is for demonstration. So you need to start building your account, start putting money into your account step by step. You don't just come 1 month and just put 5 million, 10 million. No, you can start like from putting in each in 2 times in a month. You can put 1.5, 1.5, or 2 million, 2 million. The next month you put 1.5, 2 million. Each month you start building it. But if you start, maybe this is how you start building it when you want to apply. It looks like you're using that money to demonstrate for your visa. They're just using that money to show, so it's not really your money. So but if you, the moment you start applying for visa, the moment you start applying for schools, start building your visa, your statement of account. So that is it. This one is notarized sponsorship letter. Okay, your sponsor needs to write a letter to say that, oh yes, I want to sponsor this person. She's my daughter and she says she wants to progress in her career by going for a master's program. I'll sponsor this person. I have a business which I get proceeds of so amount of money. I work in so place and they pay me so amount of salary with also other commissions. So with it, I'll be able to take care of her tuition, upkeep, and flight reservations and every other things. So your sponsor needs to state this in the sponsorship letter, and then you go to a notary public to notarize it before you can submit it. Please notarize your sponsorship letter. Then the next one is affidavit of relationship. If, as some of you will be asking, someone asked me if a friend, as I said, someone asked me if a friend can sponsor him or her. It's very difficult to start showing that my friend is sponsoring me. But once you have an affidavit, you can just go to affidavit like, yes, affidavit of relationship. Yeah, this is my daughter and I want to sponsor her. This is my daughter. This is to prove that both of I gave birth to her. This is my sister. We have same both parents. This and that. For friends, I don't know how you can show affidavit of this is my friend. You can have anybody as friend. You can pick anybody as friend. But when you show relationship like siblings, parents, uncle and auntie, it's very easy. Another one is birth certificates. You can also use birth certificates. You can also use birth certificates as to prove relationship too. Like now, if it's your sister sponsoring you, you submit your birth certificate and also submit your sister's birth certificate, because it will show that you have the same parents in your birth certificate. If it is your uncle's, if it's your mother's brother, I don't know if olden days they do that, but if it's your mother's brother, you can submit your birth certificate, submit your mother's birth certificate, and then submit your uncle's birth certificate, because it will show it will show, okay, that your mother have the same parents with your uncle. Very easy. So if you cannot use the affidavit for to show relationship, you can also use your birth certificate. If your uncle does not have a birth certificate, you can go do age declaration in court. Just go to court and tell them you want to do age declaration. They'll give it to you, and then you can use it too. Then the next one is home ties. Now, this is the cocoa of it. You need to tell this visa officer that you are coming back to your country. Yes, they know that you're not coming back, but they want you because it's in their law that the person has to go back. So you need to prove. So now, if you're a married person, it's very, very easy for you. My husband is at home. Is my husband is staying back, my children are staying back, that's a very strong task because they know family. Those, whites, they don't joke with families. So if you say your husband is not coming back, your husband is in your home country, they definitely know that you will go back to your home country to meet your husband and your children. So husband, family is a very, very strong task. But if you are not married, you can use things like properties. We are like, let me say, a land property. If you have a land property, use it. Is a very, very strong strong home task because what they need is a strong economical value, and land is a strong economic value. If you have a plot of land, you evaluate it and send the documents to them. They'll use it. They know definitely you cannot just abandon this land and never to return back. So they know very well you can bring this land will bring you back. But if you don't have land, you have a work. Maybe you are working. You can use your work. You can state that you are not resigning from the work, but the work is giving you for a way to show that this work is giving you like a school leave or leave. So, and you want to use that leave to go study. And when you come back, you pick up from where you stopped. So you can use your workplace as a ties of coming back, a home ties to bring you back home. Just look for something. And if you don't have any of this, you then need to use your SOP to convince them that there is something you are doing that will definitely bring you back. Maybe if it is your church, you're a dedicated member, you are this, you can write it and tell them, put some kind of, don't be just too emotional because those people they don't use emotions. So all they are there, what they're doing is they just need something that is convincing. If you have an NGO, you use the NGO, tell them that this NGO that you work in Nigeria, that you cannot abandon it. Without you, the NGO will close down, and that is not what you want for that NGO. Even when you are going for studies, you are going to put that NGO in the hand of so person, so the person will take charge before you come back and take over, because you don't trust that someone can handle that NGO the way you do it. So you just want the person to do it and be giving you reports, and you also be telling the person what to do every month till you are back from it. Just look for something that will convince them that this thing will definitely bring you back home. So with every of this I have stated, is enough to tell you that the visa is not difficult. It's not a difficult thing you can do. It is not a difficult thing you can't do. So if you listen to this video, study it very well, you'll see that definitely you will excel. If you take every advice I've given to you, you definitely excel. And before you look at it, your visa is with you. And please, you come back to this comment, you come back to this video, and then share your testimony. Hallelujah, somebody. So we've come to the end of this video. If you have any question, just put it down in the comment section. I will definitely reply you. If there's other things I omitted, please put it down in the comment section so that others can learn from it. Thank you very much. And please, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Like my video. This video is very educative and informative, so you would want others to learn from it the same way you just did. So please like it so that YouTube can recommend it for others. Comment on it and click on the notification bell so that you always be informed once I upload a new video. And also I also use this opportunity to talk about Majuke Consults. Is an international education consultancy. They are in for helping their clients in getting admission in schools in UK, Europe, US, and Canada. And they also give the service of applying for study visa. They are just in for only study routes. So if you really need their help, you can just send them a message, call them, It is not free. It is just for a few penny. But I'm assuring you that they'll give you the best of what you need. Thank you very much for watching till this end. And goodbye.